Hello, Cancer. I am going to do a reading, a cleanse, detox, and purge spread so you can know if there are any things that are needing to be addressed by you in your personal life so that you can take care of it and move into this new cycle refreshed, renewed, ready to go. So let's get into it. I've got the Waite and several other decks. Okay. You've had cards just trying to jump out since I put the cards out to start reading. So the first card you have, I see the Ten of Swords. Okay. Okay. All right, Cancer. We've got the Death card upright, Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. So the thing that you're needing to detox and purge that you are dealing with is I feel like it's a fear almost to the point of paranoia, of betrayal, and just being utterly kind of taken out of a situation, however that falls for you. I don't think it's as dramatic as it sounds as far as like the Death card goes. We're taking that literally. But I do feel as if there's like a fear that you have of someone just totally betraying you and causing some type of ending in your life. Something that you feel is premature, something that you weren't ready for, that you don't feel is fair, but you have no power to do anything about it. But with this coming up with the Ten of Swords, I'm feeling like it's an ending that is being forced somewhat unjustly. This could be betrayal in the workplace. This could be betrayal in a relationship, a business partnership, any of those things. And it seems as if you may have had this happen in the past. And as a result of this happening, because it was so bad, it stuck with you so much that it was like traumatizing, that you've developed past the point of just being on the lookout for it. You've become almost, mistrustful to the point of paranoia and expecting lots of people to do this to you. And it might be holding you back. Excuse me, I've got sinuses here with allergy season coming up. So just bear with me. So I feel as if that's the thing that might be holding you back, because there's on one hand the need to be aware and cognizant of the people around you, and if they are really on your team, if they're really going to be supportive and helpful to you, or if they're, here for the okie doke and they're just trying to take you for a ride. But if you're assuming that everybody is doing it, even in situations that don't warrant it, so you're hyper vigilant, this would be a belief system that would be necessary for you to just pay attention to and see how it feels for you, to do work on trying to address why you feel that way, and maybe start to remove that or cleanse it from your sphere of awareness so that you can enter into healthy, balanced partnerships and relationships that can be beneficial to you. Okay, let's get a little bit more details on this. I want to do the Sacred Travelers because that's the first one I reached for. All right, I've got Transformation, and this kind of goes in line with the Death card. I've got Breaking Trail and Cleansing Waters. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, this to me is just confirming the fact that this is a behavior that, or belief system that you're going to need to try to, cleanse because when you do this, it's going to allow you to show up in the best possible way that you can for yourself. It's going to activate your creativity. It's going to activate, your sense of feeling as if you're entering into this new phase where you can make anything happen for yourself within reason. We can't just force things to just happen for us, but you know what I mean. Having a sense that you have more power and control over your own actions and what you do, and that you're not being placed in the position of being a victim of your circumstances and of other people, being the prey of predatory behaviors on the part of other people looking to take advantage. So, um, to me, this is saying that you're already working on this. I think that you're at a place where you're recognizing this already. If this is resonating for you, I feel like this is not the first time you've heard this. I feel like you're kind of aware of this, but you're not sure how to, come out of this. I'm also picking up that part of the issue might be the people in your environment or just your general environment, that you tend to find yourself in situations with people who are more likely to take on these attributes that you've developed a hypervigilance against. And just cleansing your environment, breaking away from this type of environment or these types of people, these types of relationships, um, all of that will allow you to feel safe enough to not have to feel as if somebody's going to come and stab you in the back. Because if you genuinely are in situations like that, then you have a good reason to feel that way. And that could just be yourself telling you, hey, you're not safe here. But then it's important to ask yourself, well, why is it that I keep finding myself in these situations? Why am I in this space with people that make me feel this way, that I have to be on edge with all the time? And in that case, you cleanse your environment, you detox your friendships, your relationships, things like that. Sometimes that's easier said than done. Depending on what your situation is, you may not have a lot of options to get away from that. Like, you might have to go there. You might have to be in that situation. But in those situations, even, if we feel like we're getting all these red flags to the point that it's causing us to shut down and not have that sense of life affirming energy that flows through us that allows us to be at our best, then that's a sign that it might be worth it to make whatever sacrifices you need to make in order to remove yourself from those types of toxic situations. So let's get an Angels of Abundance and see what they need to say about this. Okay, yeah, I've got unlimited ideas. I thought so. Okay, this is saying you have access to a lot of ideas, and this might be why you feel so paranoid about somebody taking your stuff or coming and messing things up for you, because you know that you are, you're talented, you're a good, kind-hearted person, you have a lot to offer, and people may have been taking advantage of you for that, taking your kindness for weakness. As a Cancerian, you tend to be nurturing, you tend to be about relationships and fostering relationships, but a lot of people don't know that there is a shadow side to Cancer, and once you get there, it's you know it's one of those things, you won't forget it. But yeah, okay, so I'm saying it's safe for you to receive. All right, and have courage to ask for and accept help. Okay, yeah, I mean, with all these ideas and this talent, or just your just general personness, like who you are, you might feel like you have to be careful because in the past you've been taken advantage of. But this is saying that it's okay for you to ask for help. Ask somebody to help you. I mean, that could be a good test, a litmus test for the intentions of the people around you. If you've got something that you're sitting on, or you have whatever, instead of coming to people and seeing who wants to jump on board, get on the bandwagon, you know, I'm thinking about the story, The Little Red Hen. I don't know if that's the name of it, but the general gist of the story is there was a hen that wanted to make bread, but she had to go through this whole process of getting the wheat. She had to grind it into flour, get the yeast, go through the whole process of collect it and make it. And all the little animals that she asked, she's like, who will help me make my bread? Nobody wanted to help. They didn't want to help to get the wheat. They didn't want to help to grind it into flour. They didn't want to put it together with the yeast. They didn't want to put the eggs in. They didn't want to do anything. And then when she was done and she had done all this work, everybody wanted to come get a piece of bread, but nobody helped her to do it. And I feel like this is you. I think that with all of this, if you ask people who will help you, if you step outside of yourself and you ask somebody else to help you instead of being that person that's always giving and that Cancerian energy of nurturing and always wanting to give, if you go ask somebody to do the same for you, see if they do it. See who actually steps up to help you make your stuff pop and will grind with you and get in the trenches with you while you're putting stuff together. And it's not always the best way to tell who's who, because people can put on just long enough to get to a place, but it's much better than going through and doing all this stuff and then somebody coming and swooping in and like stabbing you in the back and just causing this tragic ending for you in a situation that's not fair. It's not right or appropriate to the situation of what you put in. And so it's just, that's one filter that you could use to help you kind of process through to see who's who, and trust your intuition with that. Um, yeah, because I think that could be a good way for you to, A, still be able to move forward and get things done. B, figure out who's really on your team and who's really going to be there for you, be down for you. And C, you know, feel as if you're functioning in the energy of having unlimited ideas, because that's got to be uncomfortable to be. This says that your mind is one with God's infinite mind. That means that you're like, you have so many ideas, you have so much stuff that you want to do, and you have to hold all that in. It's like having creative constipation. Like you're sitting there and you want to get stuff out, but you can't. So, I mean, give yourself some relief and allow yourself to do the things that you might be afraid to do because of past experiences. But that's going to start with detoxing your friendships and environments so that you feel safe to do that. All right, let's do the mystic wisdom I've got. Okay, open your heart and expect a miracle. Get ready for positive change. And messenger of creativity and hope, Archangel Gabriel. Okay, so I feel like you're getting a lot of angelic help and guidance so that you can move forward and do what you're supposed to do, because you have a mission, you have work that you're supposed to do. It is important. This is not to say that, some people are more special than others, but I feel like if you have something that you're connected with and you feel like you just have to express it and your mind is one with God's infinite mind and you have all this stuff, it's inspiration because it's supposed to serve a purpose. And if sometimes, especially if you're attracting the kind of people that are backstabbing you and blocking your way, that's another sign that you got some stuff to do. So, this is saying to open your heart, expect a miracle. When you detox your environment by removing yourself from, situations that are more in a taking energy instead of a giving and nurturing energy towards your person. All right. That will put you into the space of being able to bring into reality those things that you've been trying to, I feel like, birth out. Okay. You're going to see that positivity of being able to move forward, and instead of having these tragic endings that we keep saying, you're going to see it happen. Okay. All right. Let's do, what time is this working? Let's do mermaids. Okay, I have worthiness, time to move on. Okay, and contemplation time. So spending time alone and trying to figure out what you really want. So yeah, in doing this, you might need to take some time, like we said, kind of remove yourself from environments and situations that might be confusing you and try to figure out what it is that you want. You know, think about what it is that you're trying to manifest, and then you need to believe that you are worth doing that. And the same effort and energy that you put into others, that you give to others, that you are worth giving to yourself. And not only that, you're worth having other people offer that to you to help you. But I think that the way that you're going to get to that space is to first spend some time on your own so that you can let go of old mindsets and stuff that's just really bogging you down. It could be that you have people in your ear telling you stuff that's not helpful. Um, I'm really picking up that that's what it is. It's like you're needing to, you know, cleanse yourself of the belief that you have to always be the one that's giving and be nice to everyone and help everyone else and do all the work and no matter what, always be there for others and then let them come in and jump in at the last minute and then they kind of sabotage your stuff and then you're left with nothing. Then they kind of go about their merry way. To me, this is saying that it's important for you to cleanse your beliefs and then detox your environment of individuals, circumstances that are going to bring you these like tower moments of betrayal, sabotage, taking energies. Okay, let's do, okay, we'll do a peace circle. Okay, all right, I've got creation and self mastery. All right, underneath the deck we have strategy. So yeah, this is saying that your creative energy is going to be heightened. Your ability to manifest the things that you want, to create the things that you want, are going to heighten when you kind of get like a knowledge of self, which kind of goes back to spending time alone to figure out what it is that you're worth, thinking about what your own self-worth is, what you deserve and what you don't deserve, what you like and don't like. If you could truly be honest with people, what would you tell them? And becoming assertive to the point that um, you're able to feel a sense of ownership over all the stuff that you want to do. Because if you're wishy-washy about it, people are going to sense that. And when they do, you can call in predatory behaviors on the part of other people who want to come in and take and claim ownership of stuff that's not for them to do. It's you. Like, you are worth being the leader and the owner of the things that you're trying to do. All right, it's like the hen that was baking the bread. She stuck her ground. She was like, at the end, if nobody wants to help me, I'm gonna ask. I'll go get it. I'll go do this. I'm gonna do all the work, but I'm also gonna claim the credit for all the work that I've done, and I'm not gonna let somebody swoop in and take all my bread, and I've got nothing left for myself when I had to do all the work and nobody wanted to help me. Because I know my self-worth, I know that the effort I put is worth me getting the fruits of that. And it would be a disservice to myself to allow people or other animals who just didn't want to be bothered to now suddenly come in and just take all of my stuff. Okay, so overall, the message here, Cancer, is that removing yourself from environments and relationships and partnerships, friendships with individuals who are here to, quite frankly, still kill and destroy, will help you to move into a space of self mastery that will allow you to create and bring forth all these unlimited ideas, all these things that you're sitting on. And even if you don't have projects or ideas that you're necessarily thinking about, it will allow you to come into the energy of being the fullness of who you are, which is this fabulous, wonderful personality that really wants to express itself on this planet. So that in and of itself is worth doing the work to make that happen for yourself. Okay. All right, Cancer, that's what I have for you. Thank you for joining me on this video where we are dazed, but we are not confused. I hope that you are blessed, not stressed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.